Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl Antoinette, and welcome back to my channel. Or welcome if it's your first time here. So today I decided I was gonna vlog. Well, it's like later on. It is like going on 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock here, and I was like, I want to do something different. I want to do something new, and I feel like I've been like pushed or kind of led to like start vlogging my life and just showing little bits and pieces of what I do, how I do it, and just my life. And so I'm here to share this with y'all tonight. Tonight is a real chill night. I'm actually here by myself. My daughter is gone for the weekend, and so we're just gonna chill. Currently cooking and washing dishes and watching a little YouTube while I do it. So I said, why not just come on and, bring y'all along for the night. All right, so this is what it's looking like. Just took it out the oven. Like I said, it's just me, so it's just those two knots. And I'm about to make my plate. Yo, so it's 10:30 at night. I did not do the later part of the things that I wanted to do, but I will finish up, I guess, this vlog tomorrow. So it's a 2-day vlog. And so I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, y'all. It's the next day. And it is about 9:15 in the morning, and I'm about to get my day started. We're going to run a couple of places today so that I can pick up just some regular things we need around the house. Also, probably fix some white chicken chili tonight. I have been craving chili, and so I'm like, I want some white chicken chili. So some white chicken chili and some cornbread. That's probably gonna be what I make tonight for me. But yeah, that's about it for today. So we're gonna roll on out the house. Yeah, we're gonna roll on out the house. See you in the car. Hey y'all, so I know I said I was about to walk out the house, but I sat here for a couple of seconds because it literally has been seconds. But I sat here for a couple of seconds and like my mind just started going. And it's basically because I've been wrestling with myself on this whole YouTube situation, this whole YouTube channel, this whole opening up in a way that I've never opened up before. Granted, I have previous videos up and down YouTube, well, up my YouTube that, I was speaking what was on my heart, what God gave me, and all those things. And so I said, well, let me go into something deeper. Let me do something more. And I've been feeling like I've been called to do more, say more, show more, be more active. And so I have been, watching the vlogs of other people. And trust me, I'm not trying to be like anybody else. It's just the point of, as you're watching their vlogs and you're listening to them and they're like, yo, go ahead and start it. Go ahead and start that thing. Go ahead and start that thing. And I was like, let's just start it. So here I am, I'm starting it, right? And in the midst of me starting it, like, you know how your life can be like kind of chaotic in the background? And, people show you what they want to show you. But I feel like with God and me, like this is my place of transparency. This is my place of release, my place of journaling, right? And so what was on my heart this morning is just to like talk about, the things that I've been going through since May. So for me, since May, really a couple of months prior to May, But since May, I have been like going through this whirlwind of health issues. And they've taken a nice chunk of my just being. Okay. And so when I say that, I got hospitalized in May because I was diagnosed with hypophosphatemia with a secondary hypoparathyroidism. And to say all of that is the phosphorus that was in my body no longer would stay in my body. And my parathyroid gland, it was inflamed, swollen. And so I got diagnosed with that right after I got an iron infusion. So I kind of think it was a adverse drug reaction to an iron infusion, and my body couldn't handle the iron infusion. And so it depleted that in my body. I say all of that because during the time of going through the hospitalization, I was in the hospital for 19 days, and being in a place of uncertainty and not knowing, I just literally, I feel like I lost myself. I feel like I lost myself even more because there have been other things that's happening in life that kind of just hits you in a gut, but you got to roll through those things. And I know that God has been with me through it all, right? God has been with me through it all. And he has girded me, he has kept me, but I haven't felt like he has, right? I'll be the first to tell you I ain't perfect. I'll be the first to tell you that the way that my faith journey has been, it has been up and down, because some things really don't make sense, you know? And especially when you're going through it with yourself and you're going through it within your body and you're going through it and you're just having to like keep that smile on your face, keep the faith and all those things. It just gets hard because you're asking God, when is this gonna change? When is this gonna get better? When is this gonna like show good fruit? You know, how am I supposed to push through this? This is hard. And so for me, it was hard, right? It was very hard. And so I say all of that to say that my time here, I feel like it's just to like encourage, right? Just to encourage you. Just to bring light and to let you know that God has not forgotten about you. God hasn't forgotten about you. He loves you. He cares for you. And as I'm saying that, is I'm reminding myself, right? Because like I said, this thing ain't been easy. I was hospitalized with it in May. I had to go through infusions. Oh my gosh, y'all, I had to get these infusions. They were 5 hours a piece. Okay. 5 hours a piece, 3 days a week. I had to get these infusions. I had to sit in this room by myself. And in the midst of that, it was like an isolation piece, right? It's like God had me to myself. I don't know how many times I broke down in those rooms when I was getting these infusions. There was really no one there with me either, right? The worst thing about having something going on with you is not having support, right? That's the worst thing, is not having support in the midst of what you're going through. But I feel like for me, God needed that to happen. God had to show me some things and show me some people in the midst of going through. And not even just fully show me things and show me people, but just show me that he is enough. He is enough. And he is a keeper. He will keep you. Yeah, he's a keeper. I don't know where this tangent was going. Just remember, God's a keeper. He loves you. And He'll show up. He'll show up. So, now, I don't even think that's all I was supposed to say. I don't even know what I was supposed to say. I just know that God loves you. And God cares for you. And He's right there with you. I just know that in the midst of whatever you're going through, in those hard times and in those places of not knowing, or if you feel like you're in isolation, or if you feel whatever, you just say God. You don't even have to say God. You don't even have to say Jesus. You can just moan. Like He hears our every groan. Hey y'all, so I am back. I have been out shopping. I've probably been back for about 3 hours though. Been home chilling. My body is tired. But I went shopping and I went to Walmart and I got a couple of things because, okay, one is we know Halloween is coming up and I got that little one. So she needed a Halloween costume. And then tonight my brother's having a Halloween party. I wasn't gonna go. I really wasn't gonna go. But I'm kid free this weekend and I'm just gonna show up for a little while and come back. Just to get out the house a little bit, mingle with folks, because when I get back home, that's a do. I'm done. I'm gonna sit in some Epsom salt and I'm gonna go to sleep. Okay. So let's get on to what. Oh, y'all. So I did my nails today. I did them and they're actually press-ons, right? The press-ons, my homegirl Shalita, she does this, she has this nail brand that she has been working with. It's called, like red, I don't see if I can see that. And I will actually tag these in the description box below, so you can go to her Facebook and see about these things. But y'all, look at these nails, okay? They look good. Anyway, so I went to Wally World. You know I really don't love Walmart, but Walmart has been on the one lately. So I got some candles. Y'all, these smell so good, right? So good. This is called Fall Farmhouse. I wish I could smell this. Like, I was walking down the aisle and even to the ladies was like, man, this whole aisle smells good. And when I tell you this smells so good, again, this is the Fall Farmhouse. I got 2 of those. And then I got a hazelnut cream. Y'all, this thing smells like candy, okay? Pure candy. Love it. So I got a hazelnut cream and a Fall Farmhouse. Then for the party tonight, because I don't have the right clothing for who I'm trying to be, which, you know, I just be who I am. But I got these boots. Y'all, I am 5'10". So you can only imagine how much taller I'm gonna be in these. But these are so freaking cute, right? So cute. And so I got these. And then I also got some fishnets. Y'all, they got them in XXL. I was excited. Okay, I was excited. And these were just $10. So, you know, I was on it. So I got these fishnets to go with these boots. Y'all, I'm supposed to be Fantasia tonight, okay? I'm supposed to be the plus size version of Fantasia. When I see you. Hey. But yeah, got these. And like I said, tonight after I get through with my brother, and everything. I got me the little Dr. Teal's Epsom salt. Y'all, this smells so good. I actually have the liquid of this, and it also leaves my body feeling so smooth. Like, and I'm only really using it on my feet because I have issues with my feet. And so this right here, this be on point. And then, you know, I said I have to get the costume for the little one. And so I had to get her this one. You know what I mean? It's very cool. Kid friendly for me. And so I got her this. And then, you know how I said earlier when, well, I don't know if I'm gonna put that clip in there. I don't know what I'm putting in this vlog. But earlier I was talking about how you just have to move how God says move, or in regards to he loves you, he's caring for you, and you know, he's there for you. Well, I went to Walmart really not thinking I was going to go to Walmart for anything. But I went to Walmart, and in the midst of walking in Walmart, I went down this aisle, y'all. It was the weirdest thing. But nothing with God is weird, right? So I was going down the aisle, and I was like, man, what's down this aisle? And it was just party stuff, right? So it was party stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, this party stuff. But I looked to my left, and then there was a whole lot of Jesus stuff. A whole lot of prayer for a day type stuff. And I was like, wow, really, God? Like, you got me down this aisle, because I was going for clothes. And I turned down this random aisle, and I ran directly into this section. It's like the Hallmark section. It's right after the cars for us. And I was just like, man, okay. And so it had a lot of different things, you know, for hope and encouragement, and, you know, to be still and all that. But I looked at this book, and I was like, oh, I got to get this. And so this is the book that I had found in the aisle. It was like $7.98. So I was like, let me see what this is about. And so I got it, and I picked it up, and I was like, okay, let's see what today say. So I'm gonna read today to y'all. And today is October the 28th. Y'all, I knew that, but my mind wasn't clicking yet. So it says for October 28th. I don't even think I could have seen that, right? But it said October 28th for here. It says, praise for his compassion. Lord, you do not withhold your compassion from me. Your constant love and truth will always guard me. And that's Psalms 40, verse 11. And the prayer, it is, God, you know every detail of what weighs on my life. You see my circumstances, and you care. Your compassion is all around, by the comfort and peace I feel in my heart, and by the warm and tender ways you minister to my spirit through your word and through others. Thank you for being so loving and kind to a heart that is bruised from the challenges of this world. I know that you are close and attentive to my cries. I rest in you today. And I was in the store. I was like, I gotta get this. I called my aunt. I was like, hey, look what I found. Look what I see. And at first I wasn't gonna get it, but I was just like, no, I'm gonna get it. So I got it. And it's just even more like to it, because I'm still walking through Walmart, y'all, right? I'm finding what I need to find, and I'm running into people that are very like helpful. I don't know about y'all, but I really don't. Many people, when you go on Walmart, you know, you're going at Walmart, you're trying to get up out of Walmart. But for me today, it was one of those things where I feel like God had me in Walmart for a very specific reason, and that was for encouragement. And that was for him to show me that people care. Like, you don't have to look like me or anything like that, but it's just like he was showing me the care of him through people today in Walmart. So everybody was polite today. Everybody was polite. Even to this one woman, she helped me find the tights. Cause I was like, yeah, we almost ran into each other with a shopping cart. And I was like, girl, I'm sorry. She was like, you good, boo? And so we had that interaction. I was like, I'm just trying to find some tights. And she was like, I seen them over there. And so we went over. She said, I'll take you over there where I saw them. She took me over there. I found the tights. And like, we just had like this dialogue, and it was very cool, sweet. Just, girl, thank you, have a good, day. Have fun at the Halloween party, all that jazz. We had all that. And so I was like, okay, cool. So then I walked down the aisle, and I'm looking at candles, right? That's where I got these good candles from. So I'm over here and I'm smelling everything, and everybody's just, talking to each other, and everybody's just, it's a cool vibe, right? It's one of those, it's good to be alive. We're gonna talk. We're gonna compliment each other. Like, it was that kind of vibe in there today. And I was like, okay. So I'm saying random, but ain't nothing random with God, right? He have you in places that he wants you to be so that he can show you his love or encourage you or to like speak to your heart on something, right? So I'm looking at candles, and this lady walks up behind me, and she is like, you know what? They have some cute candles over here on this side. And, we just bought one yesterday. So, well, come over here. I said, where are they at? She said, over here. I said, well, come on over here. So I was like, show me where they at. So we went over there, and she showed me the candles. And I was like, yeah, I've smelled those. And sometimes those, I didn't like it all for me. I was like, nah. But it's like we were sitting there and we were talking about candles, looking at candles, and the conversation switched because for some reason we got on the topic of husbands. So for me, I'm not married. I'm not currently dating anyone. I'm not anything. I'm just kind of loving me, loving my baby, and with the hopes that I meet the right person. And you know how things go. That's just where I'm at. And so we were talking, and she was like, she said something about her husband and touch. And I was like, huh? She was like, I forgot how it started, but it was just talking about in regards to touch. And I was like, girl, I wish somebody would let me just touch them. It was just somebody like, can you just touch a shoulder? Touch of this. And because we were talking about, y'all, it was good though, because it was like, what part of this? But the moral of this story, it basically was, we ended up talking about waiting for the right one. And as we were talking, again, we came over here for candles. And then we started talking about body pain, because I was saying that my body was hurting. I just need to hurry up and get out the store. She said, because she had me running from one side of the store to the other. And I was like, yeah, because I got some knee issues. I said, but it's okay. We're going to make it work. And, that's how it started. And then she said something about touch. And I was like, I wish a man would just let me touch him, And she was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, because I'm not married. And she was like, and I am married. She said, I waited 5 years for my husband. She said, I prayed for 5 years for my husband. And I was like, okay. Again, you have a dialogue, but it was like one of those things you pay attention to, because as we were talking, she was like, well, she said, I had 5 things that I had to have. And I was like, okay. And she was like, and I told God, these are the 5 things I have to have. And she just busted out laughing. She said, you tell God what you want, and God gonna do what he want to do. And I was like, basically, but it's nothing wrong with having a blueprint of what you would want and love for your life. I said, you gotta have the desires of your heart. You have the desires of your heart. What you feel like you want for you and what would be best for you. And she showed me a picture of her husband. She was like, yeah. She said, and we're married. And I said, so did you get your 5 things that you wanted in a man? And she was like, I got the 5. She said, but it doesn't mean he isn't flawed. And I was like, okay. I said, right, because none of us are perfect. She was like, exactly. None of us are perfect. She was like, he may have had all 5 of my things, but he came with baggage. But that baggage was not heavy to the point to where I couldn't do what I needed to do to be with this person. And I was like, okay, I got you. And so it was like, she was like, for you. I was like, and I was just, it was one of those things where it was like, you want to share. And so I was sharing with her. I was like, yeah, I have a 4-year-old, and whoever I allow to come in my life has to be able to love my child just as theirs, you know, things like that. And so we were talking about it. She was like, exactly, you have to have the right person. And I was like, exactly, the right person. So in the midst of that conversation, you know, she encouraged me in regards to, you know, just waiting for God when it came to sending the right person for my daughter's life and my life. And she was like, but you got to remember to love on yourself first. And that's one thing that I have struggled with, is loving on myself. I always give love out, but I've never really just loved on myself. And so, and that's just being honest, I've never been one to really just love on myself. But here lately, I've had to get into that part of loving myself, right? So, as a long story comes to a close, she sat there and she encouraged me and told me, you know, just continue to wait. God is going to send him to you. You know, just trust and know that he hears you. He knows your heart and what you need. And just wait, because the right person's going to come at the right time just for you. And I was like, okay, thank you. And so I left out of Walmart with a whole life lesson, right? A whole life lesson. And then with the prayer that was prayed today in the book, I was like, sir, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you trying to tell me? What are you trying to remind me of? And basically, he's just reminding me, just love me, as in God, love me, love yourself, love your child. And I got the rest. And I was like, that you do. You got the rest, because I ain't got none of this. Okay? None of this. Oh. But anyway, so that's my haul. That's my story for today. And yeah, we're going to see how the rest of this night goes. It's like 4:30 right now. Let me see. Yeah, about 4:30. It's 4:22. So it's 4:22 now. The party doesn't start till 8. Again, we're going to see if I go. I bought the things to go. But we'll see if I go. Well, but yeah. So thanks for coming to talk to me, y'all. And hopefully this is not the last time you see me, but hopefully it's not the last time you see me. Later, y'all.